often defined by titles and spotlight. Pamela Serena uses hers for something bigger, which is real impact. Crowned Miss UAE World 2022 and Miss Universe Dubai 2021, she is far more than a pageant winner. Pamela has become a global advocate for peace, a champion for women's empowerment, and a strong voice for mental health. From her early life in London to a decade of transformation in Dubai, her journey has shaped her into a respected public figure honored as Her Excellency and recognized as an ambassador of peace through UN-aligned humanitarian work. In this exclusive F360 lifestyle conversation, we go beyond the crowns to meet the woman behind the influence, her story of resilience, her mission to uplift others, and the humanitarian vision that continues to define her legacy. Hi Pamela, thank you for taking time to join us today.
Thank you so much, Anush. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be on your podcast today.
Same here, equally I am, and you're looking absolutely gorgeous in your outfit.
Thank you so much. I've decided to be glam for you.
Yes, you are glamorous.
You look gorgeous too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Pamela, before we dive into your journey and the incredible work you're doing, I would first like to start by welcoming you today on our show.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Pamela, to begin with, as someone crowned Miss UAE World 2022 and Miss Universe Dubai 2021, what moment first made you feel that this path was truly meant for you?
Fate and destiny. Everything's written. I believe that. And I'm sitting here today with you. That's fate and destiny. And me winning the crown was fate and destiny. I didn't think I would be winning it. I didn't think even to go for it. But everything happens for a reason. And you know, the thing is, since I've won it, I've never looked back. Things have been going forward and moving forward and progressing. And so many opportunities have fallen in my lap because of this one win.
Definitely. I also completely believe in the fact that everything is written. And tell me one thing, like as a child, I'll tell you something about myself. I was always fascinated by, Miss World, Miss Universe, all these beauty pageants. So as a child, there was a phase when I also used to say that I want to be Miss World. And I used to play Miss World within my cousins, and I used to get crowned as Miss World. So, was there ever a phase, something like that, where you felt that you want to be Miss World one day? Did it ever happen?
You know what, it didn't. Honestly, I just was browsing. I just applied for fun and I ended up going for it. The story is bizarre. Yeah, and it just happened. It's just really weird. And then from there, once I did one pageant, and when I went into the next one, I was like, now I have to win. I've got people to, make proud and prove to, so I have to win the second one. So you work extra hard. Like each time, each mission is like you've got to work extra hard to kind of prove yourself, and you've got to do better than the last. So every project has its own goals and achievements, of course, but the ultimate thing is to achieve it and work hard and get 100% out of it.
So it was actually just written for you. It just came to you.
It just came to me. It's crazy. Crazy.
So what continues to fuel your growth and evolution both personally and professionally?
I would say the most important thing is to gain your confidence. You have to be confident to be successful. You have to be confident to succeed. And motivation is very important. So confidence and motivation. And just to keep working harder. Every day is a new day. Every day is an improvement.
Being addressed as Her Excellency carries weight. How do you interpret that responsibility in your daily life?
I actually forget I have the title Her Excellency. And when I go to events and I get introduced, they're like, okay, Her Excellency Pamela Serena role. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. I do forget. Having the title Her Excellency, it's a big thing. It's huge. And the most important thing is to remain a good role model for that. When I say remaining a good role model, it means, how you perceive yourself, how you portray yourself, how you are. Everything's monitored. And all about the title, it's what you do with it, how you improve the society, how you improve people around you, how they look up to you. So being a good role model the pressure is really strong. I'm not going to lie. It's super strong, and it's really nice. It's rewarding, and I can't even describe it in words. But something I would tell you, for an example, is when I do seminars and I do speeches and I talk, and I say the things that I want to say, I don't really sugarcoat things much. So I will say, like, for example, today I'm not feeling very good, or, I suffer from anxiety, which a lot of people know I've addressed, or there's issues that I talk about. There's stuff that's happened in my past that I talk about. So I get genuine women around me who relate to me. So, and I never knew this before, because I was thinking, I'm doing my interview on Gulf News or Khaleej Times and I'm talking about whatever. No one's really listening to me, but people are listening. And I had one girl who came in and she said, I've flown from Bahrain to come and hear you. And I was like, really? You've come to hear me all the way from Bahrain? Like, it's not all the way, but still it's a flight away. And it was a privilege. She said, yeah. She said, no, you don't need to tell me. I know you had an injury and I know this happened and that happened. She knew so much about me. And then that just struck me. And I thought, wow, it's like people are listening to my story, or they are listening to what I'm saying. They know about me, which is nice. And people come and fly to hear me speak. And another girl told me, you're really like inspirational. I didn't have much confidence, and listening to your story, you've made me confident and you made me do things that I want to do and achieve my goals. And these comments, they just make your day. They're priceless. You can't buy them, but they make your day. And that feel-good factor that I am making a difference and I am a role model, this is just something like money can't buy. And it's just the happiness feeling that I get. It's just undescribable.
Definitely, and it's such a proud moment for anyone, to hear such things from people who already know you, who you don't know them about,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's totally inspiring, you being Miss World, Miss Universe, UAE, at the same time, titled as Her Excellency. So it's really inspiring for the younger generation as well. So I'm sure there must be so many girls looking up to you who would want to be, like you, and being a brand ambassador for UN peacekeeping. So even that, so all these titles that you carry, they carry weight. And
yeah, so I do a lot of work for women empowerment. As you probably know, I run my own women's economic development forum. So we have a lot of ladies as well. And it's the same thing, I talk with so many women, and we have at least 350 members. And women that tell me, we've got 4 kids, and you've inspired us that you can do whatever you want. You've got to have the confidence, and the sky's the limit. I have had women that have had anxiety, gone through mental health disorders, and domestic violence. So we talk about and address all these issues, because on TV, on social media, everything is like sugar-coated completely, right? So when you talk about realistic things that happen on a day-to-day basis, which is the normal life, ups and downs, we go through that. So when I talk to these women, they really relate to that, because they think, this is not that girl just sugarcoats everything is perfect. Of course, I love my fashion, I love my makeup, I love my clothes, which is every girl does, right? I'm sure, but not to sugarcoat what reality is and to address reality. I think people appreciate that more, and that's my relationship with with the normal, working class women, or the normal kind of generation of women that are living their day-to-day lives.
Pamela, as an ambassador of peace, what does effective peace building look like to you in a world facing rising polarization?
I would say people should feel safe to be heard. I feel a lot of people are scared to emphasize, are scared to express, and when they do, they're not heard, or they're in fear of that. So listening, hearing, having empathy, it's very, very important. Communication is the key, for sure.
True. Like empathy, having known that someone is able to understand you, it says a lot. And that's when you get comfortable, talking about whatever someone is facing, especially in this day and age. especially in places where, different people for so many different communities are living. We face so many issues on daily basis.
Of course we do, yes. It's part of life, but we have to have empathy and listen and not judge. These are very important things. People are scared to express themselves because they feel they're going to be judged.
True.
And it's sad, unfortunately, that we want to express our opinions or we want to say things, but we think, hold on a minute, if I communicate and say this, I'm going to be judged by it. So fearless communication, fearless empathy to express themselves is really important. That's the key.
From your perspective, what defines genuine women's empowerment in 2025?
I would say freedom. Majority of this world is online now. Everything is social media, everything is online, so we need freedom from harassment. I mean, I've been through it myself. We all go through it. We all go through the taboo of catching up and being a norm of how the social media, how the society is living. I think it's become such a taboo, but we need freedom from that. We need our own individual character. We need our own individual confidence to be who we are as individuals. And I would say that's the key.
What is one women's issue that you believe remains urgently under-addressed, and why?
There's so much. For me, the most important thing at the moment now, which is, I think, on everyone's mind, is the global crisis, the violence that's going on around. It's so sad to see everything that's happening. Of course, I won't mention everything online, but we all know the global violence that's happening, the crisis, how everyone is suffering, and you feel almost at guilt because you think you're having this great life and you're living here while people are struggling to eat, or they're getting attacked left, right and center. They don't have shelter over themselves. So it's really, really sad. We need to stop violence. We need to stop the global crisis. It has to go. And unfortunately, the more we're trying politically, it's so difficult because everyone is fighting with each other, and the governments are fighting with each other, that the poor civilians are the ones that are getting punished. They're getting punished for all this, and it's really, really sad and very upsetting, and it's not a one-man job either.
Definitely, and you see so many innocent people getting, suffering on daily basis.
They are suffering. There's so much shown on social media. Although if we didn't have that, then how would we know what's going on? But what breaks my heart is just the small kids, the small children, babies that are getting hurt.
And do you think there is so much which is not being telecasted online as well?
Of course, of course.
So do you think something should be done regarding it?
Of course, we need to put a stop to violence. This global crisis has to stop. And we just live in this unfortunate world where we have to witness this, and it is heartbreaking. But as I said, ultimately, it's the decision up and above that they have to make, which I would say is a government level, which they have the power to do. I mean, I can say it and voice my opinion, but is it going to make a difference up there? Not really, which is a fact. The crisis level, the global crisis level now, when I was growing up, it wasn't as bad as now. And although we're saying we're living in an era which is more modern and over the years, but I don't think this year's been really bad. The crisis, the global crisis has been really bad. And it was a time where earlier we used to read about these things or we used to hear about these things, but now we are witnessing this. We are seeing this with our own eyes. And that's the worst thing, you're actually witnessing all this crisis. We used to you hear things, but you don't see it. It's really disturbing.
Definitely. And still so many people are still so insensitive regarding it. And so many of them, they just see it and don't even talk about it. So I think one voice can make a difference.
Of course, it can make a difference. One voice can make a difference. But we need action, and we need action from up and above, and it has to stop. Because they can't keep taking lives like this.
Which achievement or initiative from your platform has created an impact you feel most connected to?
Over the years of my work, there's been so many platforms that have interested me. I'm that type of girl that likes to put all my fingers in all the bowls. But the most important platform for me is My Heart, which is my Women's Economic Development Forum. It's our 4th year running. So we're doing a lot of projects which are globally improving. We're working on eco-sustainability, eco-friendly projects, and of course, improving the environment, improving it globally. That is the way forward, right? So there's a lot that's going on there. Also with the Women's Economic Development Forum, it's our 4th year. We just celebrated our 4th year anniversary, I'm sure you saw online. And working with different countries as well. So we've expanded a lot. So we're working with Nigeria, we're doing work with China. So expanding countries is really exciting. Also, we've expanded our members as well, so like 350 members. And the Women Economic Development Summit is not something that is just based in Dubai, although we launched this in Dubai.
Okay.
So it's the Dubai forum that we have, but our members are international. So they're all over the world. The ladies forum is all over, and we have great people on board. You know, we have the director that used to work for NASA. We have doctors, lawyers, authors. So we have great people on board, and each one shares so much knowledge within each other. It's just that is women empowerment, because you think, wow, like this lady, she's doing this, and she's doing this, or she's achieved this. As women, it's amazing.
It sounds amazing, and especially you learn a lot when you keep meeting like women on daily basis who are from different fields.
Yes.
There's a lot you learn from their journey, their own experiences, and it's very inspiring to learn from each other. Just like if we are someone, we just think about when we learn stories, hear stories from other people, we learn even more.
We empower each other. That's the most important thing. We empower each other, and we put our heads together, and we create amazing stories together. We create amazing journeys together, and I think that's the most important thing. And to listen to each other, and I think, oh my gosh, she's done this. Oh wow! And for me, it's such a proud moment when I know someone, because I'm like, oh, did you know she worked for NASA and she was on the managing director board? That's me being proud, because I'm thinking, she's on my forum. She's now become a friend, a sister, and also she's on our forum, and it really gets me so excited. I don't think, oh, she's done this and I haven't done this. No, I'm all about women empowerment. I would see a business, and it's, say, for example, a single lady, and she's, opened this business. I'm all for it. I'm like, right, here you go. I'm going to post you. I'm going to advertise you, because it's not like I'm one of those people. I'm not going to post on my post unless I gain something from it. Not at all. I'm all about empowering women. I'm the support of women. Would I go to the mall and buy something? Of course, I do my luxury shopping. But if there was something that I could get from a new business and give my business to them, to support them, because they will remember me. You know what I mean? So like I bought these gift boxes, and it was a young girl. She was 21 and she opened a business. And I thought, okay, instead of me going to Parchi or going to Godiva and buying these boxes, I'll buy from her, because she's just opened her store. And for me, I've ordered 20 boxes. She's going to remember that Pamela bought these things from me when I first opened, and she supported my business. That and the blessings, it's just a different feel.
In such a short span of conversation, I can say that you're not just beautiful outwardly, you are a beautiful person as well.
Thank you so much. And so are you. We have to empower each other. It's very important.
It leaves an impact on someone.
Small thing you could do that leaves an impact. Yeah.
Definitely. It leaves an impact on someone's heart and mind. They will definitely remember you if you do something out of love and, show them that kind of respect as well at the same time.
Yep.
Pamela, tell me, what personal belief keeps you committed to social advocacy despite the challenges involved?
Anush, the most important thing to have is faith, and to stay grounded and humble. That's the most important thing. For me, I wake up every day and I say, thank you, God. I wake up every day and I remain humble. I pray every single day. And in my prayers, I'm always like, thank you, God, for giving me another day to live. Thank you, God, for giving me everything you've given me around me. Thank you, God, for basically everything. And I am sorry, God, if I've made any mistakes in my life or I've hurt anyone, please forgive me. I'm your child, I'm like your daughter, please forgive me. I say these words, I pray to God every single day, because that keeps me grounded and humble, and it also makes me appreciate the things that I have. we have to appreciate what we've got, because as I was saying, with the global crisis, we see people that don't even have food. They don't even have a cup of clean water to drink. So remaining humble, remaining grounded, it's very important. My daily routines, I'll tell you, I remain positive. I have positive affirmations. I meditate and I pray. These things keep me very grounded.
It's such an inspiring message for your audience today.
Thank you.
Pamela, what message do you think people most need to hear today about mental wellness?
The most important message I will give is don't ignore it. Do not ignore it. It's very important to address it. Mental health awareness is something that's super close to my heart, because I also have suffered from severe anxiety, and I have addressed it, and I do talk about it, and I want people to understand and engage to what I've been through, to relate to it, to understand it. There's been situations where people have ignored it, and it has led to really awful circumstances which can lead to suicide, it can lead to harming themselves, it can lead to severe depression. I would say there's no shame to get help. I would say there's no shame to talk about it. It's very important to speak about, and on a personal level, and I'm not ashamed to share it, is because I've seen a lot. I've had a very close family member of mine, she was depressed and she had anxiety and she committed suicide. And you know, we weren't aware of it, and then it's all like, I wish I did this, I wish I addressed it, I wish I spoke about it more. And for myself, my anxiety has been so bad that you know, there was times where I couldn't breathe and I couldn't speak, and you know, I was on medication, and it's the worst feeling, you know, when people don't understand the importance of anxiety. They're just like, oh, anxiety, oh, she's anxious, oh, whatever, you know, oh, what's she talking about, oh, whatever. And they ignore that, but they don't understand that feeling. It's so horrible to go through. I don't wish it upon my worst enemy. It's so horrible to go through, and I really want to address this to everyone out there. If you remotely suffer any anxiety, you suffer anything, please address it, get help, talk about it. Don't be ashamed of it. And you know, out there, there's, apart from, like, I wouldn't want anyone to go through the medication bit, but first of all, to talk about it. You know, we have therapists, but not therapists, friends also, that don't judge, speak about it. For anxiety, I would also say breathing exercises are really good. Of course, medication is the last step, but get help.
And do you think in this day and age, people still shy away from talking about it? If, you know, like previously, like few years back, if we see, like if someone would say that someone is depressed, many people from the family, they would hide that, that, you know, thinking this person is depressed, they don't want to talk about it. So now, do you think those times, since the times have changed, do you think that people talk more and more about it, or they still shy away?
I would say half and half. We live in a modern society where we have therapists, and it's cool to have a therapist now. Oh, I need to speak to my therapist about it. And people do address their issues and talk about it. But also the other half, I would say, is we live in such a perfect social media world where everything is good and flamboyant and good, that we don't want people to think that we're imperfect and everything is not going well. Anxiety is such a thing that it's not something that you're born with. It's not something that is there forever even. Anxiety, for example, I'm addressing anxiety because I've been through it, but mental health, I would say. But anxiety and mental health is trigger points. They could be trigger points where you have been through something. It could be anything where it's a death of a loved one. It could be a trigger point where something has happened, something that you've gone through, or something that shouldn't have happened. So as humans, we all deal with things very differently. I will give you myself as an example again, because I'm used to addressing myself so people can relate to it. For me, I am a perfectionist. I like things to be perfect. I like things to go my way. I would like things in my house to be all set in certain places. I have OCD like this. And when something, like, it could be, everything should be perfect, everything should be good. But when something happens where I'm on a journey and that shouldn't have happened, my anxiety would trigger. And then it'd be like, why did this happen? This shouldn't have happened. So everyone, all humans are different, all our individual people are different. So anxiety are trigger points in the lifestyle and the journey we go through in our lives. It's not something that can come and never go, or it could be something not from you're born with it or from childhood. It could be any time of your life. So that is the most important thing people need to address first and come to terms with it and address it.
And also, I think getting proper support from your loved ones, your friends is even more important. Though people talk about, having therapists around, getting into medications, like we know so many, famous personalities who have got into depression and spoken about it. They've been on medications and everything. But what I feel, out of my experience also, like having the empathy and support from people around, it actually helps you more.
Agree and disagree with you in this
Okay.
point, only because I feel like sometimes when you talk to a stranger, okay, they are not biased. So when you're speaking to a therapist, they don't know your past, they don't know you, they don't know where you come from, they don't judge you. So that's why people feel more comfortable with speaking with a therapist. And obviously they're qualified more, they know how to handle things. There have been times where you could have told a loved one or shared something with a best friend, and then she's gone and told everybody, right? And, oh, do you know she did this? Or do you know she's doing that? Or do you
Got it.
suffer from that? So this, I feel, is the reason why people go to therapists. Is because, one, there's a non-disclosure agreement, okay? You cannot share your secrets or you cannot share how you're feeling with anyone else. And there's obviously a client privilege document which is signed. But also you're not judged because there's no one being biased there. So you're not let down. It's better to speak to someone who is a therapist, who's qualified, and someone who doesn't know you, won't judge you, than someone you do speak to and then they let you down. And then you feel even more disheartened because you feel like you've shared all your secrets with this person.
And
then
trusted
boom,
them so much.
it's just gone all over Dubai. And everyone knows. CNN News, right there.
Pamela, how has Dubai influenced your worldview and shaped your approach to purpose-driven work?
Honestly speaking, I feel safe here. Dubai is a really safe place. It's easy to be successful here. There's so many platforms of help here, especially for women. And I would say that because there used to be a time where a woman would reach a certain age or she would get married and have kids, and that's it, your opportunities are out the window. But now, and I'm watching this a lot here, there are married women, there are women with kids, with businesses that are achieving so much more. There are older women generations achieving so much more, and Dubai gives that platform to them. Many of my friends and a lot of like great public figures and social influencers are married with kids, and they're doing so much more better than a 21-year-old model. So Dubai really gives that platform to kind of really go up high and achieve, and they give you this whole confidence and support, and then one does it, another does it, and I just think, you know what, it's nice to see that, because before it used to be you could only model until 25, but now it's, to go on TV, to be a public figure, to be an influencer, to market brands, and the women are looking amazing. It's nice to see that. So I would definitely say it's a safe place with a lot of opportunities, and I'm so glad I'm here
Definitely.
representing UAE.
And whoever comes to UAE, if we see so many success stories of people who have started from, nothing, and, they've made like names, fame, both.
I would also say, because we don't have to pay so much tax than we do back in UK, that you can achieve and grow more, for sure. But yes, I love it here. It's such a diverse country. You meet so many people from all over the globe, all over the world. You learn so much for different ethnics and cultures. That's nice, because a majority, I have global friends from all over the world. So I love it.
Yeah, and it's interesting to know people from other cultures, learn more about them.
And it's a hub here, so yes.
So what upcoming project or initiative are you most excited to pursue next?
Something very, very exciting is in the pipeline. I can't expose it yet because I've signed an NDA, but it's a global international project, and you'll be seeing me on the screen very soon.
Inshallah.
That's
That would
all I
be
can
great.
say.
I would be waiting for it.
Thank you. It's coming very soon, actually.
So, being in this journey, like Miss World, Miss Universe, like UAE, did you ever thought of getting into Bollywood?
No, I didn't.
Never.
No, I didn't. I mean, I recently got into it, and I'm more of a Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah. But Bollywood's super cool. If I had the opportunity, would I go through it now? Yeah, why not?
Pamela, what kind of legacy do you hope your journey will leave for the next generation?
To remain a positive role model. That's the most important thing. I want to do good, and I don't want to just say I'm doing things and then I don't achieve it, or, I'm going to be doing this and not keep my word. I'm a woman of my word. I want to keep a positive mindset and be a positive role model for everyone out there. But equally, I want to be a genuine person where I address normal things too, and it doesn't have to be the glitz and glamour, which I love, of course. I'm not saying I don't, but I have a balance. In life, we go through ups and downs. Sometimes it's a smooth journey, sometimes it's not, but it's a learning curve, and I want everyone to understand that. Being a role model is, your journey is never going to be smooth. No one's journey is smooth. We all go through ups and downs, but it's a learning curve, and to get up and keep going, don't give up, keep moving, get stronger.
And like you mentioned, being genuine, which is like very important, especially in this world of glitz and glamour, where people, I don't want to say it, but mostly if we see, finding something genuine is rare in this world.
Life, Anush, is a balance, okay? We have our glitz and glamour, but we need to remain grateful and humble. A balance is really important. So, I would go out to events, I would dress up in my gowns, I would do my shoots, but I wake up every morning and I say, thank you, God. I pray and I meditate.
And since you talked about meditation, are you into spirituality?
I am. I'm very spiritual. As I said, I pray every day. I pray. I go to the Gurdwara once a week is a definite thing, but if I can and I'm around, then I try to do it twice a week, whenever I can. It's not a specific day. It's like when I feel I want to go, I'll go.
Pamela, what is one outdated narrative about women that you believe needs to be left behind permanently?
This whole taboo of women should be housewives, stay at home, get married, have kids, and don't do anything else. Also, women don't need to be a pretty face. They can be a pretty face and they can have brains, which people get kind of shocked even when they speak to me. And I'm just like, okay, they're like, oh, you're just not a pretty face. I'm like, no, I'm not, but sometimes I do play
Of course,
the
that's
bimbo
why
act.
you're Miss World UAE.
I
and
do
Miss
play the
Universe.
bimbo act just to suss people out, yes. But yeah, let's get rid of this. Let's erase this whole women should stay at home, they should get married and have kids, or they're not capable of doing anything. The world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want.
Definitely, because especially like people coming from, in Desi worlds, it's always been like, okay, so a girl has gotten to this age, she needs to get married now. And then you never know, life becomes very uncertain for so many people at some stages, no matter how much money you have. So I feel having that independence on your own is very important in this day and age. This is what I personally believe, and we need to implement it so that it stays there with the next generations as well.
Yeah, but who makes the rules? It's a society that makes the rules.
Definitely.
And rules are there to be broken, but there should not be any norm or factor that we should go a certain way. It's okay if you want to be an astronaut.
Yeah.
It's okay whatever career path you want to take. It's okay if you don't want to get married. It's okay if you don't want to have kids. I mean, there's no rules and regulations for anyone. It is what you're happy with. And also, I also believe like we're in this world now. The world has gone so crazy where do we really want to bring our kids up in this world? Like how difficult it will be in the next generation, the generation after that. It's hard because, we're getting like chefs as robots and everything's computerized. And where the jobs, like who's gonna work because everything's robots or computers and AI.
AI.
Do you want to bring your kids up? What's gonna happen to the next generation? It's so scary. It's so scary. Doctors, everything's diagnosed, everything's AI.
And people had even started using ChatGPT for every small thing now that they've
Exactly. There's
stopped.
no knowledge
Yeah.
anymore. And flying taxis. I mean, what is the next generation? Like, go home, have kids, get married. But what is the next generation? What are we raising the next generation for? I don't even. I just cannot. See past it. That what's going to happen. I saw a flying taxi, by the way, from my window, from my balcony. An actual flying taxi. They were there. It's crazy.
Pamela, is there a dream or intention you haven't spoken out publicly that you feel ready to share now?
So one of my dreams that I really want to do, which I haven't got around to do yet, is to build a centre, maybe with some help, maybe with the UAE government or with some partners, because it's a big project to do alone, is to kind of, as I said, I'm quite passionate about mental health and anxiety, and because I have a psychology background, I wanted to combine the two and build a centre where it's just not you're in hospital or at a therapist, but I wanted to combine it with the holistic healing. So holistic healing, which is more of you have your therapist, you have someone to talk about it, but you combine that therapy with, say, it could be Reiki, it could be sound healing, chakra balancing, a center, a retreat where you can also have a detox center where you can eat good so you feel good, combined with the massages. So we have holistic healing with spa therapy, and you have mental therapy.
Pamela, now I'm going to start with quick rapid fire round with you. So it has to be a little quick. One word that describes you today.
Positive.
Crown or compassion, what defines you more?
Oh, compassion.
Glam night out or quiet night in?
Glam night out.
A book or quote you live by?
You live life once.
A wellness habit you swear by?
Praying.
Heels or sneakers?
Heels. Never sneakers.
One person who inspires you deeply?
Bubbles Kandari.
Your go-to comfort food?
Chocolate.
Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
Definitely the beach.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Yoga or dance?
Dance.
Favorite color for a gown?
Oh, red.
Perfume or body mist?
Perfume.
Adventure holiday or staycation?
Adventure.
Shopping spree or spa day?
Both. Definitely both.
Being a girl, I would agree with you.
I love both.
And finally, Pamela, in 3 words.
Can I say 4 and say I love you all?
Oh, amazing. So Pamela, it was lovely having conversation with you today, and I'm really inspired with whatever you spoke and talking about women empowerment, mental well-being. So it was absolutely it was a lovely session with you today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. It was amazing, and looking forward to seeing you all again.
Yeah, inshallah.
Thank
And not
you.
to forget,
Inshallah.
you are a beautiful person inside out.
So are you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.